Hello everybody. Well, we're back. We have a Seattle branch Fed Reserve Bank of San Francisco roll. It's a 1958D. Hoping to get some really good ones out of there. Of course, the ones who will know first will be Eric Beyer, Joe McBride, Ghost Pirate, Yo Man Gull, Farm Dog, Bill Crusson. Welcome back to the stream, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get this open. It's right at 9 o'clock. Yeah, pick at it very carefully so that I don't rip the paper pulling it out. At least keep the wrapper in decent condition, right? Not really sure why. I think I'm going to make a wall hanging out of a lot of these. Then I'll make another wall hanging out of other ones that we do between now and December. Kind of a collage work of art. And then I'll give it away around Christmas time. How's that sound? Alright. There we go. Paper over the coins. And Mr. Betts, I want to let you know that we decided during the last stream that it was a good idea, actually 2 streams ago, that it was a good idea to go ahead and assign the spots of the roll and just throw the names into the flip inserts and flip them over. I don't know who is what position. That's not the important part. The important part is that we get this along and move it along a little bit faster. And I think we're going to be able to do that. Let me do this. There we go. I think we're going to be able to do that with this. Going this direction about it. Whatever makes things better, easier, and faster, right? I don't think that is not an RPM. Not a double die lid. And not a double die obverse. Check the reverse real quick. Now, you know, for 58D, generally we're mostly looking for the double die obverse, like in the eyelids. And there's one double die obverse that involves Liberty and the date. And then otherwise, we're pretty much looking for repunch mint marks because we don't really have much of anything as far as double die reverses to search for that's known. So we kind of look at it to do a quick check. If it's not there, it's not there. We just move on. Okay, that's a die scratch coming out of the D. So we have nothing here. No eyelid. Nothing in In God We Trust or Liberty. I'll move it over to the other side. We'll take a look at it real quick. Hello, Don Harmon, Tim Morrell, Yo Man Gull. Oh, sorry, flip the card. Well, it is your coin, Yo Man. What do you know? Okay, I'll go back and I'll show the obverse again. Nothing found on the reverse, so we're going to go back to the obverse real quick. Take a good look at the obverse. And we're ready to move on. So that's coin number 2 for you. And that's Yo Man's coin. And move on to coin number 3. That'll be for Wild Bill. Got some really nice coins in this roll so far. We'll see how that works out for us in the end. Nice double split serif repunch mint mark here. It's a minor one, but it is there. You can see the split very clearly. So, let's take a marker. Well, I appreciate it, Wanda. Let's see what we've got going on here. I'm not seeing anything else on this, so we're going to go ahead and work on picking a marker so that we can come back knowing that we've seen this die. Let's try to find us a good one. Well, I do see what appears to be a die dot over here on the front of the lapel down low. It's that really light colored dot. We've got that. Now we've got north and south die scratches running through the date that are kind of northeast-ish. Oh, and a heavy one out in front of the nose. So we've got a heavy die crack out in front of the, and die scratch out in front of the nose. A heavy die scratch out in front of the nose will win out for this. So let's take a look at the reverse real quick and see if there's anything on the reverse we need to pay attention to. Got nothing on the reverse that requires any special attention, so that's going to be Wild Bill. We're going to do coin number 3 for Wild Bill's die number 1. Die number 1 in the roll there. Now coin number 4 is going to go to Eric Beyer. And coin number 4 is, it looks like it's a normal coin, unless it's a doubled eyelid, and it's not a doubled eyelid. Nothing on the obverse. Nothing on the reverse. And that's Eric Beyer's coin. Coin number 4. Now number 5 for Bulldog. Oops. I rolled off my card. There we go. You see that little bit of doubling up on the left corner, top left corner of the 8 on the date? You're going to see that on a lot of 1958 Lincoln cents. It's master die doubling. I did take note of the fact that there is a die gouge coming off the bottom of the vest, pointing up a little way. That's going to be useful later because we'll be able to tell when we see this die again that we have seen this die before and that it is normal. Normal die pairing. I don't know what 67s we'd have in here, but it seems a number of these meet up to the goal of 66, that's for sure. Now, coin number 6. Coin number 6 is going to go to Paul Hampton. This one's not quite a 66. Probably hit Jim, but not quite a 66. Okay, we got that. And to look at the reverse. Brings nothing additional. Here's coin number 7 now. Coin number 7 goes to Adam Chambers. Adam Chambers' coin is, well, it appears to be an RPM. We do have die scratches going through the date. This one could be our die 1. What was the other marker we had on the die 1? We had the north die scratches. Okay, we had a heavier one out in front of the nose. So this is die 1. Got a struck through right there in the bridge of the nose, going up toward the brow. And we got nothing else on this side of this coin, so let's take a look at the reverse side. You were watching the wrong reveal. Did you learn anything new? Watching the wrong reveal. I've had so many of them lately, I don't blame you. Used to be I had 3, 4, 5 per week. Now I'm doing 10, 12 per week. Even more than 12. Alright, that's coin number 7. Now coin number 8 is going to go to John Brandon Bowe. John Brandon Bowe. Earth calling, John Brandon Bowe. Nope. Nothing on the obverse. You go back to that one later. You're funny. That's it there. Nothing left on that coin to look at. There's John Brandon Bow, coin number 8. Now coin number 9. There's the Bulldog. Here is coin number 9 for a Bulldog. What do we have? Yeah, I don't see anything down there on that coin. Ooh. Stain. Ick. Stain. And nothing on the coin. That's coin number 9, folks. Now number 10. I already saw it's going to go to Wild Bill. Coin number 10 for Wild Bill. This is coin number 10. Oh. We've seen this die a few times. This one most notably has a large die scratch group going through God. So let's take a look at the other side. And it appears as though we're pretty much normal on that side. And that's for Wild Bill. Coin number 11. Coin number 11 will go to Don Harmon. No doubling, no doubling. Darn it. Found ourselves an RPM, and that's all we've managed to get out of this roll so far. 2 examples of an RPM. Nothing else there. That's coin number 11 for Don Harmon. Coin number 12 will be Steve A. Stevie, here it is. Yeah. It was supposed to be the feature coin of the roll, but it turned out to be nothing. Bummer. I was trying to give you a little bit of good kudo there. A little bit of juju juice. Get the mojo spinning up. Didn't happen to do anything like that. Well, that's coin number 12. Now we're going to have coin number 13. It's lucky number 13. Paul Hampton. Lucky coin number 13. What do we have here? Got nothing, boys and girls. Nothing. That's just a little fiber sitting on the coin. It's not die crack under the 9. It's just a fiber. Try not to get too excited. Alright, we got nothing on the reverse of that one. That's Paul Hampton's coin number 13. Now we're going to move on to coin number 14. Coin number 14 will go to Joe McBride. And Joe McBride will pick this coin up. Nothing. Got a die clash next to the date. That's about it, boys and girls. For the most part, the coins are generally very nice. It's a very nice, spot-free, uncirculated roll. They're just not really providing much in the way of die varieties, which I tend to like. So, coin number 15. Coin number 15 goes to Eric Beyer. Eric Beyer now. Nope. This is that die with the lines going through God. So we know we don't have a die variety on this particular die pair, but there's still a chance that we could have some sort of an error that we would need to talk about. Give us something to discuss, but I don't see it. Nothing there. So Eric gets his coin number 15. Now we're going to move on to coin number 16. Coin number 16 goes to quads.com. Whoa, that's nice. That's not an RPM, but it is a very cool die crack. Very cool die crack. They didn't miss any good coin stories. I don't really have that many coin stories to tell. They just kind of come up once in a while. I'll give you a good coin story. In, let's see, it was the summer of 2006. I taught a, one on date looks weird. Are you talking about that little die chip on the one of the date? That little guy on the one of the date right up there? Yeah, that's a little die chip. Kind of cool. Also has a little minor amount of machine doubling on the 1/9 of the date. That's machine doubling. All right, that's for quads. That's coin number 16. Now, coin number 17 will go to Mike Birchman. Yeah, so, well, hello, Jim Fletcher. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. $2 worth. It's a great admission ticket for a show that I'm not really sure I can give you anything new. Not sure I can give you anything new, different, or entertaining. But I can tell my story. If I can remember where I was. So yeah, I taught that summer seminar class on digital photography back in the summer of 2006. I was at the A&A Summer Seminar in Colorado Springs. One of my students was none other than gold expert Don Kagan. And he had his wife Candace with him. And they learned quite a bit from the class, but when they got home, they decided that the reason they took the class was so that he could do the photography for his upcoming book. Was probably better left to someone who knows what they're doing. So they gave me a call. I had just gotten back to Missouri, back home, from the summer seminar. And Don asked me if I'd like to travel to California to photograph a bunch of pattern gold for his book. I said I'd be delighted to. So he put me on a plane to San Francisco, and off I was. Oh, sorry, that was for Marshall. Sorry. And I started photographing. I was doing it for days. The guy had a whole lot of not only gold patterns, but gold-colored metal, tin, even a couple of them struck on leather and paper. And it was just amazing the different things that they had struck those sample coins on so they could test their dies and look at their dies. And that's his specialty, is the patterns of gold coins. And one of the coins that I photographed was a $10 Mormon gold coin from Utah. And it was the Deseret Nation Mormon gold. And I was told that there were only 2 of those known to exist. I thought that was kind of cool. It's a gold coin with a little eye on it, and it was a unique looking little design. And well, I got to photograph it. I thought that was just really cool. Step forward 1 full year. I'm finished with my summer seminar, and I decided to go to the summer A&A show in Milwaukee. It was nearing the end of July of 2007. And we went to the show up there, and I set up to do my photography. And another gentleman approached me, and he says, "I'd like for you to photograph a coin for me." That one goes to Jeff Dunn. I'm sorry. That one's Jeff Dunn's. I can't really do 3 things at once. And I can't even do 2 things at once. So that one goes to Jeff Dunn. It is a very nice coin, actually. Should be talking about these coins, man. This thing's sharp. It's got one little mark on the obverse. Yeah, I'll show you. Gosh, my arm looks horrible in that light. I look like I'm dead. It's just weird. There you go. Take a look at that. How's that for luster? Yeah, one little black spot out there in the field. Couple of very small. Coin number 19, Farm Dog. Sorry. Coin number 19 was Farm Dog. Very nice grade on this coin. Yeah, this guy approached me and asked me if I'd like to photograph some coins. Oh man, look at that. Gosh. Talk about a near perfect for 58Ds. Here they are. These things are beautimous. Very beautiful coins. And I took the coin from him. I got ready to list them on the invoice because I always invoiced people by the coin when they did photographs with me at a show. It's mostly higher end coins that I was photographing. And he says, "Oh, well, that's a Mormon $10 gold coin. So there's only 2 of them known. Don Kagan has the other one." You can't be serious. I'm photographing every single one of these known, which means 2, inside of a period of, roughly a year. I don't know how many other people have ever held that distinction of actually being able to handle both of a 2 known $10 gold coin. You have 31 wheat cents, 30 rolls into your 6th project box. 6th box. Good gosh, buddy. Glutton for punishment. We're having to slide the due date on that back to May of next year because of the COVID virus. Seems like a lot of people can't get pennies right now, and it's kind of useless. Don Harmon got that one. Sorry. I got to remember to flip these things. Keep reminding me to flip them over, so we'll get them flipped just like that before I do the coin. That way everybody knows who gets what coins. Last coin was Don Harmon's. This one is an RPM. You can see the split on the lower serif. There's actually a little split on the upper serif too. But you can see that split on the lower serif that makes this up as a nice RPM. And there is your deeper scratch in front of the nose and also one in front of the brow. So this is die number 1, RPM. Our die number 1, actually. It's not RPM number 1. It's die number 1 for this roll. Let's flip it over and see what happened on the other side. See if maybe we get something amazing that would happen here. Nothing there. They did have a way of making coins. I don't know what that was, but the people who had these coins, you can bet they were genuine because these people were like high-end professionals at gold coins. So they were real. All right, Jim Fletcher. Jim Fletcher gets coin number 23. Wait a minute. Was that last one was one of the RPMs, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, definitely. Okay. I didn't have it on the stack. All right, here's Jim Fletcher now. Well, that provides a pretty strong argument for the idea that there could possibly be a 7 under the 8. But it just isn't. Those are just die scratches, but it kind of looks a little bit like it. So we're wanting to talk about the switch from the wheat reverse to the memorial reverse. Well, we all know that 1909 started the Lincoln cent. That was the centenary of Lincoln's birth. Gosh, I can't find a... Okay, that's one of these guys with the die scratches in God. And that was a centenary of Lincoln's birth. Oddly enough, the design designed by Brenner, that eventually went on to the Lincoln cent, was initially supposed to be for the $50. And I don't know what decision made it for the Lincoln cent rather than the Lincoln $50. But that's what I've been told. Jim Fletcher here. Not an RPM. Is anybody here a professional painter, does painting on the inside of houses, like rooms and stuff? If anybody here is a professional painter, I'd like for you to speak up so I can ask you a question. Tim Morell, I think you might have. I think you did get in on this role. Okay, so Jim, you're a professional painter. So I would like for you to tell me whether or not a quote I got for doing painting is a reasonable quote. If it is, I'll just pay them to do it. But what would you think about charging to do one coat Sherman Williams paint on a breakfast nook, a regular size bedroom, like 11 by 15 or 11 by 13, something like that, and then 2 master bedroom size rooms, 15 by 18. Let me know what you would do. No trim, no anything, nothing but cutting in on the walls and painting the walls, not the ceiling or anything else. Just painting the walls. And I'll pick the color and buy the paint. That's after I'm buying the paint. $1,750. Yeah, 4 rooms total. The other 4 rooms are fine. As these 4 rooms, the colors in these rooms are just hideous. The master bedroom is a bright, it's a light but bright blue. And one of the bedrooms is yellow. Definitely want to take the yellow out of things. That was for Joe McBride if I didn't show it. I can't remember if I showed it. But that was for Joe McBride. It's a beautiful, beautiful coin. Very high grade coin. There's a lot of these coins in this roll are very high grade. If you live closer, you'd do it for rolls of pennies. I'd let you do it for rolls of pennies, that's for sure. Hey, here's another one of those. And it's got a struck through out in front of the chin. No, it's at the new house. I'm not painting anything here. Hard enough to get me to get the yard mowed. It's a rental. But where I'm going, ZTR time, buddy. Get me a ZTR and mow that yard. Make sure there's a cup holder on it. I get my cold adult beverage while I'm mowing my yard. Said nothing outside the ordinary on that one. That's coin number 26. Now for coin number 27. Coin number 27. We'll go to Yo Man. Okay, I appreciate it. This painter quoted me 700, so I figure 700. That's not too bad. Haven't seen a zero turn without a cup holder. Well, that's good. At least they're smart. They're designing them for the new age man. I like that. I mean, you can't mow a yard without a beer and a popsicle after you're done. Man, that's a nice coin. There's some really pretty coins coming out of this. You guys are gonna like them. $700, Dennis. $700. About $1,000 less than your quote. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm looking at the back side of the coin. I haven't flipped the name. We're going to Fox Run here. Fox Run Forge. Nothing on the mint mark. Nothing on the date. Yeah, I guess I kind of figured that after you said 1750. 1750, 700 is a really good price. I just have to make sure that they do the job well. Not looking for any trim. We're just painting the walls. Trying to get that bright blue off the walls. It's kind of stuff made of nightmares there. Good thing is it's a light blue. It's got a lot of white in it, so it should wash off real quick with really good thick paint. Coin 29, Pammy J, Pammy John, Pammy Jones. Nope. Nothing on the obverse. Let's take a look at the reverse real quick and see what we got. Unfortunately, nothing there. So we're going to move on. That's Pammy Jones. Next coin, number 30, goes to Deanne. Deanne will get... it's not an RPM. Not the double die. No double die lid. Oh, there we go. That's what it is. Got nothing on that one. No, not emerald. I don't think it's emerald paint. I don't remember what he told me to look up now. It's a Sherwin-Williams showcase with an eggshell finish. That's what it was. So I get to go pick out whatever colors I want. I'm going to paint my studio. I think I'm going to paint it myself. And Bill Betts next. Bill Betts is next. My walls are going to be painted in 18% gray. It's the same stuff that you use when you do a white balance, a preset white balance on a camera is 18% gray. I plan on using 18% gray paint so that the colors of my walls in my office are not only more geared to my taste, but they are also going to be perfect for doing photography in the room because the walls are completely neutral. 100% neutral. And that's what an 18% photo gray would be. Jim Fletcher, here you go, buddy. Will I be using, no, is it emerald paint? Eggshell, yeah, easy to clean. That's what he said. He said that eggshell paint was usually the best to use because it's the easiest to clean and it goes on the best at a reasonable price. And I don't know what a reasonable price is per gallon, but he told me to get it at Lowe's. I guess Lowe's is the most reasonable price around for that. That's coin number 32. Now coin number 33. 33 goes to Adam Connor. Guess I got nothing else for an RPM. Just that one RPM that we've been finding. We've only found 3 of those. Okay, Dennis, I'll do that. It's I think the name of the company is Laser Paint. I don't know why a laser. I guess fast is what he's trying to say. But they're on Facebook. Smithfield, North Carolina. Laser Paint. Agreeable gray. Is that a standard color that you probably get cheaper by the gallon? Oh, there we go. There's another one of them right there. Another RPM. Who gets this one? I didn't flip it over yet. Eric Beyer. Eric Beyer gets this one. Nice little double split serif RPM with a big die scratch out in front of the nose. So it's a mixed paint. Okay. What should I expect to pay per gallon for mixed paints? At Lowe's. And then this Sherwin-Williams showcase. Probably one of the first spots I've seen on one of these coins in this roll right there. I may be a little bit prejudiced in the good side. There may have been a few other little spots, but that's the first one I've really taken notice to. It's not really all that bad either. Marshall gets the next one. Coin number 35. Coin number 35 to Mr. Marshall. Should I expect over $30 a gallon for that? Or should I expect it to be less than $30 a gallon? $40. Okay. Is there any kind of discount if you order 5 gallons? Or do you just pay for a gallon times 5? The 36 goes to Mike Birchman. The emerald is 70 per gallon? Holy crap, man. What does it have in it? Gold? Real emeralds? Whatever happened to the time when paint was $20 a gallon? $16, $20 a gallon? My thing is I could probably do the job myself, but I don't know that I really want to. I mean, I don't mind working on it and everything. I just don't know that I really want the responsibility of being the only one who's doing it. I've painted rooms before. I tend to be able to cut really well. I don't tape. Thanks, yo man. Well, this is going to Steel Horses. This is his very first coin with us. Very first coin with us. I don't see an RPM though. This one happens to be just a normal coin, but yeah, we keep trying. Keep trying, keep seeing what we come up with. That one's a normal one though. Next here, Deanne. It's got a rather crusty looking hit on it. Just right on the mint mark and then on the rim below it. Yeah, that's what I do. When I do it, I usually get a $25, $30 brush. That way it'll cut in real well. Got really good bristles on it. But I think I'm just gonna pay someone else to do it. I've got too many things to be doing. I got too much going on right now to be doing something like that. It's a nice little project, but I'll let somebody else paint all the other rooms, and I'll just paint my office. But I definitely do want it that gray color. 39 now. 39 goes to Mike Birchman. Here's another one of our RPMs. There we go. I'm getting used to looking for it now. Ooh, it's got a big falcon flying through the field there. But it's one of the RPMs nonetheless. Coin number 40, Adam Chambers. This is another one of the RPMs, but it is hit on the coin. But it's going to go on a flip with the RPM name on it because it is one of the RPMs. Sorry, it's the mint mark itself is just a wee bit damaged, but we get what we get. We get whatever comes out of the roll. I cannot change that. That's coin number 40. Now 41. Yo, man. Number 41 to Yo, man. And nothing on the mint mark. You owned a Greek restaurant? Oh. I have requests. I want a pastillo mekema with gigantes. And when I come back for lunch, I want galletas. I love galletas. Going okay, Bulldog. We've pulled a couple of RPMs out of this. They're all one die. This one's the horn on the vest, so it's going to be a nothing coin. You have great recipes. My problem is making one of the recipes really doesn't work out for me because it costs too much to make the entire recipe, like the entire dinner, when I'm the only one who will eat it. My wife doesn't like Greek food. She hates olives. And so, yeah. I have an old habit that I don't break myself of because I don't want to. I go to the market. I get feta cheese. Big old 2 or 4 pound block of it. Take it home. Put it in the fridge. I'll cut a big old slice of it off, throw it on top of some toast and put olive oil and oregano on top of it. Here's another one of our RPMs. That's breakfast for you. Captivate at Sherwin-Williams is under $30 a gallon. Where's your husband from, Wanda? What part of Greece? The darker the paint, the more expensive. Okay. That is a nice breakfast. Now, some of them like to eat tomatoes, too. It's like a Greek salad. Anybody who doesn't really know what a Greek salad is someone who thinks they know what a Greek salad is in the United States, because they are not the same. A true Greek salad has only olives, tomatoes, onions, oil, maybe some balsamic vinegar, and salt, pepper, and oil. If I didn't say oil before, I meant to say oil. This is one of the RPMs. Joe McBride, coin number 44, goes to... Oh, I'm sorry, 43 was Joe McBride. I'm sorry if I didn't flip it over. I've got to get into that habit. I'm just now starting this, so I got to learn that habit, be able to talk and chew gum at the same time, I guess. Walk and chew gum at the same time. I've always had trouble with double dexterity, doing two different things at once. Okay, nothing on that one for John Brandon Bow. And move on to the next coin. It'd be coin number 45. Coin number 45 will go to Jeff Dunn. This is going to be another not a die variety coin. Mesologi. Kythera. Is Kythera on the Peloponnesos? Or is that Kerkyra? Where is Kythera? Now coin number 46. 46 will be going to Wild Bill. I don't know how much of anything I do trust other than being able to just see the jobs that they've done, and they've posted a lot of their work on their Facebook page. I read reviews for restaurants when I'm out traveling before I'll go to a restaurant, or I'll read reviews for a hotel before I go to the hotel to stay. And a lot of times the reviews that I read online are just whiners and complainers doing their thing. And a lot of times the complaints are not even relevant to the stay at the hotel. It's kind of like, the smell was horrible, but it was coming from the property next door. Well, what are they going to do about the property next door and a smell? That kind of stuff. I just don't get into. I don't get into online reviews. I don't really read them. Anywhere beyond trying to get some of the, what I like to do is try to get some of the factually based positives, like the best thing to order on the menu or that sort of thing. All right, Bulldog comes up next. I think this is going to be one of the RPMs. It is. It is one of the RPMs. I think Bulldog has more than one of them now. That's going to be one of the RPMs for Bulldog. Now coin number 48, quads. Here's coin for quads. Well, it's not one of the RPMs. No double die. I really appreciate that, Jim. I'll send you a message before I actually go to buy the paint because we haven't closed on the house yet. It's going to be a couple of weeks before I get that far. You think that sale will still be going on, or is that something I need to jump on quickly? That's quads number 48. Here's number 49 now. Adam Chambers. Yeah, the reveals for tomorrow aren't scheduled yet. I will get them up as soon as I finish this broadcast. I do plan on putting tomorrow's up. I actually have together what I'm going to be doing for next week as well. After the roll sale, or actually intermittent with the roll sale, we'll be doing sales of 12 different rolls. I've got 12 different rolls selected. Ooh, this one's been put under the counting machine. It's kind of almost what a whizzed coin looks like, but this one was under the counting machine. Not really sure how it got flipped in like this, or maybe it got stuck. Maybe there was a problem and it was stuck. Yeah, sorry about this, Adam. July 2nd through the 6th. Well, I'll talk with my wife about the possibility of buying the paint a little bit early, and then I'll have to share my phone number with you so we can talk to one another. And number 50 to Marshall. Last coin in the roll. And that's why it's a little dirty. Last coin in the roll. Got nothing there. Take a look at the reverse. Very nice, clean roll overall. Did very well with this one, I think. Or 8 minutes quicker than I used to expect to be. And these are the RPMs I turned out with. It's number 47, 43, 40, 39, 22, 7, and 3. And these coins belong to Wild Bill, Adam Chambers, Adam Connor, Mike Birchman, Adam Connor, Joe McBride, and Bulldog. So Bulldog only did get one of those. Adam Chambers got two. That's what happened. Adam Chambers got two of them. I knew somebody got two of them. And then the rest of the coins turned out nice but normal. There's a lot of very nice coins in this roll. There's a lot of 66 quality coins. I don't think there'd be any 67s, but there could be. Oh yeah, this is an original roll for sure. I took it out of the bank wrap packing. This was in a Seattle Fed Reserve wrapper. All right, so there we go. Small island between Kythera and Crete. Antikythera. World's oldest computer was found there. Huh. I didn't know that. Jim, you're on Facebook, right? If you're on Facebook, I'll hit you up on Facebook and talk with you. Yeah, the scope and lighting I'm using for the reveals, this is a Dino Light Edge. It's comparable to pretty much any of the ones at dino-light.com, L-I-T-E. And this model costs around $500. They're not cheap at all. And I don't know that I like it as much as I like just a regular microscope, but I can't use my regular microscope with this right now because all the connections and everything I've got and whatever I've got going on are just a little bit too slow. And so I'm having a little bit of trouble making a fast enough connection to be able to use my regular microscope with this. But if I could, you'd see how much better the the overall lighting and everything is. But everything is okay, Brian.
We're doing great, buddy.
Yeah, you didn't get in on this roll, so I don't have anything for you. But that's the story, Steel Horses. I actually prefer non-digital microscopes. No posting on times for tomorrow yet, but I will tell you right now what they are so that you can go ahead and get yourself acclimated to what they will be. We have at noon tomorrow. Let's see. No. This is Friday. Friday tomorrow. Not Thursday tomorrow. 11 o'clock in the morning. 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. I'll be doing a 1950D National Bank and Trust roll. It's an original bank wrapped roll. 1950D. That's at 11 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. 8 p.m. tomorrow. Eastern Time is a 1942D plastic tube roll. So I got 1950D and 1942D tomorrow. 50D is at 11 a.m. The 42D will be at 8 p.m. You'll be asleep for the 11 a.m. Why? Because 8 a.m. is too early for you to get up and watch a video live. It's too early for you to be company to me. Lighting is one of the hardest things to get down with regard to photography. And once you do, it'll work out really well for you. I will look up the Antikytherian mechanism. That sounds interesting. Very interesting. The next roll, again, 1950D NB&T tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And then at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time will be a 1942D tube roll. And then on Sunday, this is tomorrow, and then Saturday is a national holiday. We're all taking off on Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm going to have a 1947D Fed Reserve Bank of Denver roll at noon Sunday. And then a little bit later on Sunday, I'm not really sure what time I'm going to schedule it for yet, but I'm going to do that tonight. Will be reveal number 183. It'll be a 1952D Fed Reserve Bank of Cleveland. That'll be happening sometime a little bit later on in the day on Sunday. And then 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday will be Jessica's auction, the Coin Night Live Auction Weekend Edition right here on the Copper Coins channel. And then I will be doing reveals next week along with a box lot sale of rolls. We're going to have a big box lot sale of rolls. I'm going to try to do an inventory reduction before I move. So there's going to be a lot of stuff up for sale on Tuesday. Going to start the auction at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. A little bit, it's going to be 2 hours earlier than normal. The reason I'm going to start it at 6 p.m. is because I have so much to sell. So much of it. But the reveals I will be selling on Tuesday will be a 1959D. I've got two 1959Ds. I've got two 1960Ds. I've got a 42D, a 45 Philly, a 41 Philly, 45 Denver, 55 San Francisco, 56 Denver, 47 Denver. I've got a total of 12 rolls I'm going to be doing spots in for next week. That's going to be big. Going to be real big. So I'm going to be doing that. I've got the 4 rolls left for this week, and then after I'm finished with the reveals next week, I'm shutting it down for a period of about 4 weeks is what it's going to take me to get the house closed, to get moved in, get set up, and get my office back together. It'll take me about 4 weeks. The reveal spots I just mentioned will go up for sale Tuesday evening at the auction, which I'm going to start at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's going to run probably through 10 p.m. Eastern. And during that sale, I will intermix the reveals in so that you guys will have the opportunity to buy reveal spots at different times during the evening. I'm not going to hold them all for the end. I'm going to start getting into selling them during the auction. That way I've got some auction lots, and then we go over to a reveal, and then go back to auction lots, and then go back to a reveal. We'll do it that way. I expect this auction to take about 3 hours. I'm going to try to sell somewhere north of 500 rolls, maybe even close to 1,000 rolls of pennies. I've got that many and then some to push through inventory and get out. And I know you guys really like to search penny rolls, and I've got a lot of penny rolls that need to be searched. They've never been searched. So there's a bunch of it, that's for sure. Most of it will be tubed stuff. I've got a lot of tubed rolls out there. Well, I'm sorry about that, Bill. I got to keep running. Every week I got to keep running. Yeah, the pallets I shipped from Florida, it was a little bit better than 1,900 or 19,000 rolls I moved up here from Florida. It was 3.6 tons. 3.6 tons of pennies. So, folks, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off for tonight. It's just past 10 o'clock. We've got 10:02 here, which means I've got an hour and 5 minutes on my broadcast so far. So I'm going to cut it down. It's an hour and 2 minutes and 36 seconds right now. I'm going to go ahead and cut it down. I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready for shipping rolls out, attributing your roll reveals, getting the roll reveals shipped out with your shipping this week. And I'm also shipping to Canada this week. I'm working on everything, trying to get everything done. And it's a little bit cantankerous to do this much work, but I enjoy it. I like doing it. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you later this weekend. If I don't see you this weekend, I'll see you on Tuesday at the Coin Night Live auction on Tuesday. It's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be 2 hours prior to normal time. And get yourselves registered to bid if you guys aren't registered already, because I think you're going to want to. I really think you're going to want to. We're going to start boxes of rolls at $1 a box. And also, yeah, that is also important to say. I want to wish everyone here a happy Independence Day. And I want you guys to remember what it's like to be an American, and why we're Americans, and that the divisiveness that we have going on in this country right now is just filth, and it's slapping a lot of bad karma on our people. And I think we need to sit back and remember the good old days when we had values that kept us from being so nasty toward our political leaders, and that kept us from being so nasty toward one another. And we got along, and we learned to get along, and we got along in life, and we got along in liberty, and we got along in the pursuit of happiness. And so I want everyone to reflect on that. I want everyone to remember that. I want everyone to go back to the roots of why it's great to be an American, because I think we're changing that as we speak. The greatness of being an American is no longer with all of the fanfare that it used to be. And I can tell you, having been to 34 countries around the world, the United States is the only country I really feel comfortable waking up in every day. I've been to 34 different countries, and I love the one I'm in. So I want everyone else to remember that this weekend, and try to Raise your families, your children, your brothers, your sisters, your mothers, anyone that you've got. Try to make sure that they understand that as well. Reflect on it. Talk about it. I think all of us will end up better for it. So I appreciate it. You guys have a great night, a great weekend, a great holiday, and be safe out there. Talk to you later.